Hello, and welcome to the AI Manuscript. I'm Ingrid Maddox, the author and the host of the AI Manuscript. This is a AI manuscript that is written by a human. It's handwritten, so there are no AI bots or integration that's used in the writing of this manuscript. It is an open-ended series. You will see that we talk about a lot of things in regards to AI. Our goal is to be thoughtful and to be observant of what is happening in our AI world. This is for God's people to be discerned and not deceived in regards to artificial intelligence. I handwrite it. I'm excited to bring you all the things that I feel that God has helped to direct, and I make sure that I take it to God and that the information that I send to you is of high value. There are micrologs, and there are interludes in between the journal broadcast where I read my handwritten journal. As I write the journals, I will share with you. The interludes and the micrologs are things that happen. The AI world moves so fast that I must not and I cannot wait to share with you. So you'll see those microlog and interlude broadcasts come in between the journal entries. And it is my true desire by you going on this journey with me that this does become a helpful and a hopeful resource for you to create some peace and understanding and discernment in regards to AI. Okay, so as you know, we usually start with a squirrel topic. Before we get to the squirrel topic, today is actually a lucky day for all of us. I will be reading journal entry 4. This is AI is a mirage, an illusion that appears to be real, but it is not. So I'll be reading that journal entry today for today's broadcast, but we're going to squirrel topic before we start that. So here we go. Okay, there it is. The squirrel topic of the day. These are topics that may or may not be related to the broadcast, but they are topics that do require some reflection and thought as we go through all things AI in this world. So the water consumption that is being used right now is insane. The amount that it takes to run these large machines, and also the demand that it takes when people go in and ask the chatbot queries. So the thing about it is that people don't know this, and it's something to be thoughtful on because it does affect humanity. So 10 to 50 queries can take up to 2 liters of water to cool down the machine from its processing to answer and retrieve those query entries. So it gets extremely hot, and so the water is needed to cool these large machine units. Just think about your laptop. Your laptop is something that can overheat, and it's just a small laptop that doesn't have the computing system. So let's go to this little screen here that I want to share with you. Is from Straight Arrow News. So we'll watch this so you guys can have some understanding. It is from University of California. Did some research and came out this year in regards to the water consumption.
A new report reveals that artificial intelligence tools like ChatGPT are consuming far more water than we originally thought, up to 4 times more. Researchers from the University of California, Riverside discovered that answering 10 to 50 queries on the AI chatbot can use about 2 liters of water, equivalent to more than 4 bottles of drinking water. Initially, experts believed the water consumption was far lower, estimating it at half a liter for the same number of queries. The massive computing power behind AI servers generates intense heat, which means data centers are constantly using water to keep them cool.
Okay, so, that's interesting, right? So all of these things that are slowly coming out and coming to our awareness, we're noticing that we are having to serve essential elements for humanity to these AI computing systems. Okay, so let's go over to another screen share that I want to share with you. Okay, sorry for the lag. If there is a lag, I can see that the broadcasting is lagging. I hope that it will catch up. So here we have a professor that is at the University of California, Riverside, and his name is Shaoli Ren. And basically what he is saying is, let me make this a little bigger there so you can see this. Every time you ask an AI chatbot a question, you are also consuming water without realizing it. It doesn't just require computing power, it needs cooling, and that cooling comes with a cost. AI's water consumption is called blue water, water from rivers, lakes, and groundwater water sources that humans need and can directly utilize. So that is something to think about and reflect on. That is something that is of concern. So there you have it. That's our squirrel topic of the day. So look at it. It's important not to be too busy to see what's happening. We got to look at the information. All right, so let's go on to today's meat of the broadcast. All right, today's the lucky day. So I am reading to you Journal 4, AI is a mirage, an illusion that appears to be real, but it is not. All right. Here we go. August 2nd, 2025, 10:15 a.m. to 10:44 a.m. It took me approximately 30 minutes to write this manuscript entry. And think about it. The AI could write it in 3 seconds. But isn't there something better to being authentically homemade, homegrown? Something better than a frozen TV dinner? Think about that. You can never replace real. And, faster is not always better. And God didn't make us to be like running around, like vibrating at this rate of speed where our neurons are spinning into insanity. So never be afraid to enjoy the pace of being a human. Okay, so here we go. 35 north, negative 84 west is the space that I was in when writing this. Journal 4, AI is a mirage, an illusion that appears to be real but is not. Our sensory experiences allow us to determine what we believe to be reality. So for us to see, hear, and feel the beautiful part of being a human, is it possible that we can be tricked and fooled into believing something is real when it's not, due to experiencing it through our senses? Stimuli created to mimic real, but that is not real. We see it, we hear it, our feelings are evoked by it, but it is not real. It is not of this earth. a facade, an illusion that is a mirage of truth. It can represent itself as real, but the subtle nuances of its imitation is there and it's always seen. Something seems off. You can't quite pinpoint it, but your spidey, your human senses, your intuition alerts you. We are being led to believe that artificial can taste and be just as good as real. Also, mass quantities of media are now flooding the digital airways with content intended to create a psychological movement in humanity, one that becomes even more disconnected with the self and more disconnected from other humans and humanity. The truth becomes blurred, and a fuzziness can happen within our discernment meter inside of all of us. As we consume, digest more and more AI produced and less humanity produced content, we are already being conditioned to believe we as humans are far inferior to AI. AI is a PhD in all specialties of life. This is by Grok of Elon Musk saying that. It can do in minutes, even seconds, things that would take a human hundreds of thousands of years. We are being told by the powers that be that we are swiping to the left, these humans. Step to the left, move aside humanity as AI is better than you. To the left in a box. That is the higher level mirage, the illusion of AI. The fact that we need AI to be better, to know more, to do more, to let it run the world so we can go frolic into nothingness and self-annihilate. Elon spoke these words on video in one of my broadcasts that I shared my screen. Humanity could self-annihilate, he says. This is when he's speaking about this new super intelligence. Also, he says, I'd like to be here to see that, with a chuckle. Dark MAGA was not a hat he wore randomly. This was a meaning in that. The immediate next level to the AI is a mirage. The great illusionist is our everyday sensory interactions with the world around us. Hearing, seeing, processing, feeling, believing, embracing. Embracing media that is produced by AI, whether nefarious or by a human creative. It still is not real and of this earth. It is generated to mimic real, to die cast and mold to be real. It is easy to be deceived when something looks, tastes, and feels like real. It is easy to create an attachment to the idea of this better real that leads us down the delusion-driven path. This path ends up in a dead end. It is a misdirection that steers off the course of truth. Whether it be an artificially generated media piece to skew towards bias, or a piece to evoke fear, a fear that is based on lies, or a generated piece to frame something as good and create a story of why it is good that becomes believable as you're led along by an AI Pied Piper. There will be more AI, artificial media now than our 100% authentically human-made media, as we as humans cannot produce as fast as AI. So as you swim in the digital waters, be aware of the mirages that lurk in the deep. So as you swim in the digital waters, be aware of the mirages that lurk in the deep. So that's the end of the journal entry today. I have, for some reason, I felt like doing a little artwork. Here's that nefarious AI. I am real. I swear, don't you see me? You are nothing like me. There's the cute little humans, fish. You are nothing like me. You are just a mirage pretending to be me. Poof away. That is the truth. Illusions are like smoke. Clear them. They're not real. So I want to read to you again the definition of what an illusion is. I had done that on my prior broadcast, The Matrix Mirage of AI. That's a really good broadcast that I did. You might want to go there. It's got some visuals for you. Very interesting things. An illusion is a misrepresentation of a real sensory stimulus, leading to a perception that differs from reality. It is false or misleading impression produced by something or a state of being deceived. Illusions can be visual, auditory, or even cognitive, and they often result from how our brains process and interpret sensory information. All right. So before I sign off, I want to say that, as I always do, here we go. I make sure I say this because it is really important. Our ability to make smart judgments about AI will be critical, as it is not in the future anymore. It is not a sci-fi movie. It is this moment in time right now. We share our world with an artificial species, a new artificial species that has entered humanity. And I always want you to remember, nothing artificial can replace the beautiful you that you are, 100% God made human. I wish you joy and peace and happiness, and I will see you again soon on the AI manuscript. Have a wonderful day and go with peace and love. Thanks for watching me, and I'll see you soon.